So what we have here is a portable fan. We've charged it. It charges based on USB-C, which is really nice because that's what all cell phones pretty much use. It comes with a decent little remote control, and it has a lot of really cool features. So first off, as you can see, it's running right now. It is pretty quiet. Let me show you the different speeds. And that's the highest speed. In addition to having the fan, it also has a light. Pretty bright. And the light can go at different brightnesses. In addition to that, you can have a sleep timer. So you can set it, say that you want to have it go off in 1 hour or 2 hours. It also has an oscillating function. You push the remote. All the buttons that are on the remote are also right here on the front. You can make it where it oscillates 45 degrees in each direction or 90 degrees in each direction. This is currently set on the 45 degree one. No, the 90 degree one right there. You set that with this button. I don't believe it. Let's see. It does have that button on the remote if you press the rotate button a second time. So now we're getting the fan blowing back and forth. Also, on the back, it does have this pretty large battery. It has an output right here, so you can actually plug in your cell phone, and it has a dock right here for you to put the remote. This is a pretty ingenious little design. I like it a lot. I think I would like it a little bit better if it was not this khaki dark green color. But other than that, it's a pretty cool thing. You can also rotate it facing whichever direction you want, including backwards a little bit. Not too far backwards. So you can point it straight up, and you can actually hover a balloon on top of it if you really wanted to. Anyway, just thinking of cool tricks. Man, this is a great investment. I'm going to be using this for emergencies, using this when it's hot outside. So as you can tell, it's only been on a little while, and we're already down to 75% on the battery. I don't think I had this thing fully charged. But there you go. If you need something like this, this one is a pretty good unit. I'm very pleasantly surprised by this item.
Light is working, but fan is not working. Even the remote on. Not working.
No one wants to spend their hard-earned money on expensive car repairs. New cars are $10,000 more expensive this year than last. Used cars are as much as $7,000 more expensive. This means the car you have today is likely going to be the car you'll have long after your warranty's expired. Protecting your car through CarShield is now more important than ever.
I would call CarShield. If it wasn't for CarShield, I would have paid a lot of money out of pocket, and I wouldn't be too happy.
CarShield has helped millions of hardworking Americans save on expensive auto repairs. Bottom line, before your car breaks down, call CarShield.
Once I broke down with my own car, I didn't want that to happen again. My next step was to call CarShield and make sure they get that plan going.
CarShield cares about saving you from expensive repair costs by offering affordable month-to-month plans. CarShield's price lock guarantee means the price you pay today.
Today I'm reviewing this portable rechargeable fan. As you can see, there's a nice picture on the box. Appears to be available in a couple other colors. A little bit of a diagram on the back side explaining to you what all the buttons and the remote buttons will do. And just a couple little quick details on the item. The box itself is just under 10 inches by 11.5 by 4 inches. Easy enough to store away. It's not that large of a box. We're going to go ahead and open this up and see what we have inside. As you can see, this is the hunter green color. Let's pull this out. Inside the box is the fan itself and the instruction booklet. Instructions are just two sides of this little pamphlet paper. Set that off to the side as well. The fan itself is not too heavy. The base has a pretty good amount of weight, which should make it reasonably stable where it's not going to fall all over the place. It does come with a USB-A to USB-C cable that would be used for either charging or powering this device. I'm going to go ahead and take it out of this plastic bag. There is a piece of cardboard or paperboard here to protect the buttons. It looks like there's also a further little piece of plastic covering the control buttons. I'll leave that on there for now. We're going to take a quick look around and see what we've got. On the back side of this fan, there is a little holder for the remote control. The remote control is actually held in there reasonably well. And on here you just have a couple buttons. The buttons functions are fairly self-explanatory. There's an on, off, there's a timer, a sleep timer, rotation, a light, and you have your speed control. And on the back you can see where you can charge this. And it looks like this also can piggyback the power to charge a phone or something. There is a 5 volt 2 amp output, which means it should be able to supply 9 to 10 watts. The fan itself is saying it's 7 watts of power that are consumed. And we're going to go ahead and just see if this came charged or not. We're going to go ahead and press the, oh, there's a light on the front. So there's a light button. So we've got bright, not as bright, third. So there's 3 brightness settings. There's a fan. See if we hold this down. We hold it down for about 2 seconds and it turns on. And this is at 75% power. It's not blowing super hard, but you can feel it. So if we press it another time, it goes to 50%. Okay, I'm sorry. This is your battery charge indicator. So the battery is now about half empty. Your fan speed's actually over here. So first one was low speed. This is a little bit faster. 3 faster still, and then 4 is actually blowing fairly well as we keep you nice and cool. We're going to turn this down to the first speed. There is a button here, which I believe is for oscillation. We'll press that, and as you can see, the fan is oscillating. We'll take a quick look just to see how far this is going to spin. So it's going off to the one side, pauses there for a moment, and then it's going to rotate to the other side. We'll just let this go a full cycle, see how far it comes each way. So as you can see, there's probably a total of close to 90 degree of a swing. The fan can be aimed up. It can be rotated not completely back, but it goes about this far. On the bottom of the stand, there's a integrated hook, and if you pop this out, and you wanted to hang this from the ceiling or the center pole in a tent, you could have this blowing on you, and if you aim it down, it'd be almost like a little ceiling fan. And you have the light, so it'd be like a little light as well. This would be really good for camping. That's why I had picked this up, for when we go camping, to have a little bit of light and a little bit of air blowing on you to make it more tolerable. Overall, this seems like a pretty nice fan. The noise level is very low. I wouldn't say it's not measurable, but let's just take a quick look here to see what we've got. My voice is obviously much louder than the fan, so I'll be quiet here and we'll take a look at the meter here at roughly a foot away. You can see my background noise is about 56 decibels. And I would suggest that this noise never got above my ambient noise in my house. I don't think I saw it go over about 56. Let's call it 60 decibels. So it's very quiet. I don't see this keeping you awake. I'll have to get an idea of the runtime to give a better idea of how well this thing is going to work from a time standpoint. We'll also do, I'm going to pull this watt meter in here. What I've noticed in the past is I'm using a high-speed USB-C charge brick. Sometimes devices don't like this charger and it actually won't charge it, and we might have to switch this to a different power brick. So I'm going to go ahead and plug the USB-C in, and we're going to see if it's going to draw any power. And right now it is not drawing any power, which I thought might happen. I do have a different power brick which we will try, and we'll use this, which I believe can only support 2 amps or about 9 watts. We'll use the included USB-A to USB-C charge cable. We're going to plug this in, and then we're going to plug it into the back here, which is the input, and see if this is going to pull any power. And we are seeing this immediately jump up to 7 watts, which may just be the maximum amount that this power brick can send. If I turn off the fan by holding the fan button down for a second or two, it turns this whole unit off. And it's not affecting the charge rate. I'm still seeing the 7 watts. I'll see if I can find a higher power USB-A charge brick to see if we can get a little bit more power to go into the charging of this. But right now, 7-watt charge, it's not very fast. I would prefer if this would at least go at about 18 watts, which would be kind of a fast charge. Again, the USB-C brick I had could have pushed up to 45 watts, but again, some devices just don't want to take that much power. Overall, I'm happy with this. Once I get some timings on the charge rate and the run time, I'll give a final score on this. I was only ever able to get a 9-watt charge rate to this fan, which is slow in my mind. However, I was able to get 12 hours of runtime with the fan at the highest speed and the light at the brightest setting, as well as the oscillation running, which is more than sufficient. One other final note is I did see that this weighs 2 pounds and about 5 ounces, so it's not very heavy. I am going to remove 1 star for the slow charge rate, which means I'm going to rate this 4 out of 5 stars.